So mainly this is to get in the habit of streaming live while I'm working in the morning for a couple reasons. A, to get to know you guys better and for you to know me better. And if you've been struggling with an AM session or been struggling with being consistent with your AM sessions, then use me as your accountability, your check-in coach, whatever you want to call it. As a parent, most of the day is work or pickups and drop-offs or putting out dumpster fires. And so it's really hard to kind of take care of myself. So that's what this is. AMs are for me to take care of either my health, getting passion projects worked on, getting worked on, content creation for you guys worked on, and it's quiet, which is really nice. So that's what I do in the morning, every morning. And I'm going to give this live streaming a try every morning. So come say hi, ask any questions that you want. I'm going to be better about sharing either a little bit in the stories. I don't want to bombard everybody on stories because I know how it feels following people and it's like 30 stories. I stop after 3 or 4. So I think I'll cap it at that. And then in my posts, my reels, that's where you'll get to know me, what I do, and hopefully stuff I'm sharing helps out. If you're a parent in this season of life, newborn, toddlers, preteens, teens, let me know. And that's my life, right? Trying to balance it all. And it's been fun. It's been interesting. A lot of changes over the years that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. But today, the goal is work. I got some videos that I want to share later this week. So I'm doing research on those, writing some copy for them. And I got some feedbacks from some good friends saying that a little bit of B-roll goes a long way. So B-roll is just other shots besides my talking face. So I'm going to basically scroll through, let's see, Biggie is 12. So 12 years of videos to see what I can put into today's video. And that's what I do in the morning. At least this morning. Eventually I'll figure out how to share the screen so you guys can actually see what I'm doing too. But yeah, 30 minutes. So 6 to 6:30 I think is enough too, just to kind of check in. You guys don't need to stay on because I want you guys doing what you're doing. Now, if you are walking on a treadmill or if you're kind of cruising at your desk doing some work and you want a work buddy, then keep the IG live going, man. Ask me questions or check in, or just know that you're not alone at this hour. You're not alone struggling with all the to-dos on your list. You're not alone trying to figure it out. And what I realized is, one, when you realize you're not alone, it kind of puts a little bit more pep in your step. And then secondly is you can lean on one another, right? That's the whole part of this community, is to share your wins and to face challenges with the team. So that's what I hope that this AM kind of IG live does for you guys. It gives you a chance to not only check in, if you need accountability, that's me. And if you want to see what I'm doing, I'm also here, man. I'm also here grinding in the morning. But the grind feels different because it's not grinding during hours that I don't want to be grinding, or it's not doing things that I don't want to be doing, right? This realistically 2 hours in the morning is my time. And so I realize that when I have my time in the morning, it's easier for me to be present in all the activities in the afternoon, be it hanging out with kids, be it with my spouse, be it with clients. And I'm not having that itch where it's like, man, I didn't get to go to the gym today, or man, I have this project that I kind of put on the back burner and it hasn't been pushed on or hasn't moved forward in a couple days. That's what the AMs are for, right? Or maybe if you're dealing with a lot, maybe this is the time that you can go for a walk or meditate or do breath work or read or journal, right? All the tools that you see on social media, or even tools that you yourself have done, but you haven't done in years or maybe since becoming a parent. So this is your motivation. This is your excuse. This is whatever you want to label it, to start getting up early and using this time for you. Now, I had a question last week about what if I'm a night owl? Welcome to the party. I'm a night owl too, but sleep is really important. Quality sleep, what time you go to sleep, your circadian rhythm, all that stuff's really important. And when you start to mess with that, then it makes the following day harder. Not only that, I'm not 17, 18, 22 anymore, so I can't not go to sleep and then have a good day, right? Sleep is kind of the foundation to allow me to do the AM sessions, to allow me to be a better dad, to allow me to be a better partner, to allow me to be a better person. And so I know it's harsh but true. If you want to have time in your day and you have a kid, multiple kids, then in my experience, especially over the last 12 years, the AM is yours, right? If this is your block, this is your time. It's kind of like your slice of the pie. But if you're struggling, do the best you can. Maybe it's not 2 hours in the morning, right? Don't start to back the clock in that much, because you'll do it for a day and then it'll come tumbling down. Not only won't you be consistent, but you'll be struggling for getting quality sleep because it'll mess with your circadian rhythm. So what you want to do is your sleep-wake cycle, you want to slowly back it up. So let's say you're used to waking up at like 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. to kind of throw lunch in the brown bag, get the kids ready for school, that kind of stuff. Then what you want to do is the next day, wake up at 6:45, right? Give yourself 15 minutes and do that for a full week. That you're not always hitting the alarm, pressing snooze, and then back that another 15 minutes the following week, and then another 15 minutes the following week. So by the end of the month, you've got a full hour to yourself, added to yourself. Now, you got to take care of that lag time, right? The lag time of hitting snooze a couple times, slowly looking for your clothes in the dark, like all that stuff. I'll teach you guys little shortcuts on, but it's realistic, probably half an hour the first month of doing this. But after doing this for a couple months, full year, then you could back it up to as much time as you need. But remember, you still want to be shooting for that 7-8 hours of sleep every night. But yeah, so this has been backed up for years. In my previous life, as a gym owner, I was waking up at 4 a.m. Why? I had personal clients at 4:30 and on, and opening up the gym and wiping everything down. I like having my space, not the whole area, but my space clean, because when it's clean, I get into my flow state, feel better. When you feel better, you do better. And so with the gym, wet vacuuming, everything, all that stuff takes time, right? And so I did that every morning, 4 a.m. Actually, I was waking up earlier then because I was at the gym at 4 a.m. Excuse me. Water. Note to self, I need to bring water to these morning sessions. But yeah, waking up early, I was excited about, because I love helping people. I love being of service. So the fact that I was at the gym at 4 a.m. didn't bother me. It kind of felt like, I used to be a big snowboarder. It felt like the first days of snow season. It felt like I was so excited to get up that I didn't need the alarm, that I would actually wake up too early. That was me for 12 years. I loved getting up to help other people. And so, but when I transitioned out of that space, right, and I was at home and I had a newborn, man, I wasn't sleeping through the night. Getting up early was really tough. So if you are a parent of a newborn, scratch this, right? Scratch this until you have your new rhythms down. And for me, it was at least a year, right? Don't worry about making sure you're getting your gym sessions in or checking the box around self-care. Instead, you need to do micro transitions, right? If you have a newborn, what really worked for me was making things that you're already doing a little bit more self-centered on top of the child. Now, that didn't come out right, but what I meant was, with all our kids, outdoor fresh air, sunlight was actually good for them as a baby, right? Nap time walks. So we just walked. I would walk a longer distance with the strollers. That would get my activity in, my exercise in, right? When the baby naps, and this is true, by the way, and yet the hardest thing is when baby naps, you need to be resting. A lot of us, that's when we do the chores. But again, that has to do something with how you organize your schedule in your day. But get some rest. Maybe that's the time you do some NSDR or non-sleep deep rest. Basically, think of it as meditation, but don't fall asleep. That's basically what it is. Or if that doesn't work for you, take a nap, right? I was a dad that took on the role of night shift. So for all our kids, and I'm still working on it now, our toddler still wakes up a couple times throughout the night, but 12 years of being on high alert vigilance doesn't help your nervous system, right? Which whoever's doing the night shift, just be warned, make sure that you're taking care of your nervous system if you're on night shift. Because for me, it was like I couldn't get past light sleep. I know the kid was coming in at certain times, 1, 3, 5 a.m. And so I never really slept. I thought it as it just kind of resting and waiting. So if you're the night shift, do the best you can, rest during the day. Nutrition was a big thing for me too during those periods of times. And you just do the best you can, right? Once the kids start sleeping through the night, then you start to inch your morning routine. For me, with kids that were really that young, say 1 to 2, where I wasn't sleeping through the night, have patience with yourself, have grace with yourself. Walks were enough, right? Making sure I had a smoothie was enough with vegetables in it and fruits in it, right? You do the best you can. And then you start to expand on that. Walking with the kids in the stroller became, when they became toddlers, time at the park. And when they were at the park, I would do like pull-ups on the monkey bars and push-ups and play with them. Physical play. It was hard. It's like carrying a medicine ball around. And so eventually they're getting old enough where they're school age, and that's when you kind of set up your morning sessions, your morning routines. But yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing it. And that was 15 minutes of talking. Kind of proud of myself. It's pretty good. It's funny. Leading up to this live, and I've tried live in past years, is that I'm very much a stickler for best practices and systems. I'm a systems guy. And so I'm looking online this morning, last night, earlier this week, best practices. And I think just like parenting, you can get caught up over researching what the best practices are doing. But your rhythms, right? Your priorities, your models of your day is going to be different than everybody else's. But I'm researching best practices for Instagram Live, and I'm like, man, first off, everyone has different opinions on best practices, and there's really too many things to check off the list, and it's deterring, right? I don't want to do live anymore. Like parenting, I can't tell you how many parenting books I read where I was like, man, I am coming up short, or this has nothing to do with me or what I want to really do as a parent. So what I decided to do was just show up, right? I'm going to show up Monday through Friday here, maybe even on the weekends because I wake up at the same time every single day, and show up and do my work, because that becomes a habit, becomes a routine, becomes my ritual because I get to see you guys. And so as parents, I think we need to do the same thing, right? Your rhythm's going to be different. You'll find different rituals and systems that work best for you, but you need to always be iterating, and you need to show up. You need to show up every day, right? And figure out what works. So that's what I'm going to do with IG Live. And also getting used to talking to myself. That's going to take a little bit, but you know what? I talked to large groups for many years, so it should be okay. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I am doing some research on B-roll for maybe today's video or video this week about my story. I know a lot of you guys are either new followers or followers of me from my past life. I like to say that past life, basically past career. Hey, what's up? Swanger7 is here. Man, you get up this early too. That's awesome. I'm going to try this typing thing out. So it's nice to see another dad up early. Hopefully you're not prepping for work yet and you get a little you time in, because that's the whole point of this. It's for us to check in for our time. let me know if you're just getting up, if you're working on stuff, or if this is your routine. To be honest, most people are probably just rolling over in bed and realized they're checking Instagram. They see that Rob's awake. Might as well see what he's talking about. But yeah, my story. Most people don't know my story. And so that's what today's AM work is. Looking through videos for the last 12 years. I'm going to be sharing the transition between my past life, aka gym owner, and what I do now, why I do it, and why I decided to post on IG Live every morning. But yeah, man, it's quiet. With 3 kids, you start to like the mornings because it's quiet. I'm pretty sure I have tinnitus ever since my first kid, or listening to loud music growing up. It's one of the two. And another reason why I need to listen to music to work, because if it's too quiet, I just hear that ringing, man. And the thing is, this also, I need more water when I'm talking for 30 minutes on IG Live every morning. And I do not drink coffee. I know Huberman, everybody else says 2 hours afterwards. I just don't usually drink coffee until I break my fast. Awesome. Sunny. Every morning, man. That's my goal here, is to check in with other guys getting up, getting it done. So, yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. Made a huge difference. You're the one today. I appreciate you. First day. That's awesome. But yeah, I was saying, coffee, I usually don't have it until I break fast or breakfast. Sorry, it's a fitness guy joke. But basically, I don't have it until probably around 1 or 11. Depends when I eat my first meal. And usually my first meal, depending on dinner, is anywhere from 11 to 1 o'clock. If I have a lunch class, as in exercise, I won't eat it till later. Or if I have a class where I'm teaching, same idea. And when I'm not teaching or participating in a lunch class, I'll break my fast around 10, and then I'll have that coffee. And that coffee is for 2 reasons. One, I'm really good about monitoring kind of blood glucose levels, energy levels at lunch. And I notice over the years, if I have something too heavy, or if it's like grain based, like pasta, bread, even bread on a sandwich, rice, I get really lethargic, and because it takes my body a lot of energy to break all that stuff down and to utilize it. And so what I do is I have now tendency to be a little bit lighter on the lunch, but in case I need that extra kick, I'll have like a double espresso or Americano right after that. Secondly, is I usually do a garage gym session before pickup hour, and so at lunch. So I'll do the garage session, and that's considered my pre-workout, is that double espresso. And then the third reason, and I think if you're a parent you can relate, is the troops are coming back. The kids are coming back, and I'm going to need to be fully there, ready to go. Mentally I am, but physically I might be a little lethargic or tired because I wake up at 5 or pre-5 most days. And so that coffee just helps with the afternoon. And it's early enough that it doesn't affect my sleep. I still sleep really well, says my Whoop in Garmin. And so that coffee gets me through the afternoon. And in the mornings, I'm already excited to be doing this. I don't need coffee. Not only that, I don't want that coffee to make me so jittery that I can't focus in the morning, right? And plus I need it at lunch. But that's kind of my day flow as far as when I get my coffee in. Let me know when you guys drink your coffee, how much coffee. I used to be, I'd say at least a 3 cups guy, if not more, especially waking up at 4 a.m. for the gym. I remember I would be double shot driving there, morning sessions. There would be a Keurig at the gym, at the office. I'd have one right around 8 o'clock, 9 a.m. before the 9 a.m. class and the 10, 11 o'clock lull. I'd be doing client paperwork, calling people, and then lunch classes after lunch. I drink a lot of coffee. And I'm pretty sure it, besides that and the stress and anxiety of being a dadpreneur, really messed with my adrenals. And so that's why I take so many supplements right now. But this was good. I am good. This is good. Okay. I realize researching and talking to the camera is going to be a challenge. I could type and talk, but researching, right? Focus. There's no such thing as multitasking. It's a great example of it. When you multi-focus, you actually diminish the productivity or the output of those focuses. It's kind of like doing 10 things at 10% versus one thing at 100%. So what I realize is because I can't multi-focus, I'm going to do focus sprints, like for a minute, and then check in to see if anyone's here, say hi. So I think I'll do that after kind of the wake up good morning intro every morning, and then I'll start doing the sprints back and forth. Unless it's a designated Q&A or if there's a topic of the day that I got DM'd that someone wanted me to kind of chat on my opinion, and then I'll do that. But more water. I think that's the flow. Okay. I wrote kind of the ideas that I want to look for videos, and that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for everyone who showed up live today. Appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow and the next day and the next day again. I'm here taking care of myself, doing the things that make me happy. I want you guys to be doing the same thing so that you could be that better parent, right? Be that better partner, be that better person for the rest of the day, right? You need to have both. And this is the way that I've found that really works for me. I'm going to be signing off. See you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.